So, my SI is out of whack, and it's hurting like y'all wouldn't believe. I mean, y'all, I've had all kinds of problems, but this one's new. I've never had SI problems until this job, which I love. I love my job. I really do love my job, okay? Look, some days are not fun, but it's a job, and it's not gonna, look, y'all's job is never going to be perfect. And if y'all are looking for that perfect job, it's not out there. It can come, I've come so close to a perfect job, I have, but it hasn't been perfect. There's always been variables. There's always been, those little moments that make it seem off, those bad variables that might not seem like a big deal, but they're still there. But yeah, my eye mask too, my leopard print eye mask. Try to go back to sleep, but it's not really working. So anyway, I'm used to not really having any sleep. Last month I didn't sleep for almost a week straight. That's a new one for me. It's the longest I've been. It's hard to shut my brain down at night, so, but I thought I was going to start the month of November off well, but, as I had another thing coming, so, normally I'm fine, but now I'm not so sure, so, I'm going to start PT at some point, which my mom's dad called pain and torture, and at this point, I might be leaning towards that way. Last time I had PT was when I dislocated my kneecap. That was at Results Physiotherapy, which I love that place. If y'all are looking for a place to go, I love that place. Also nice and friendly, and just so friendly and warm, and oh my gosh, it makes it so much better. Because you're so scared, but they're right there with you. They're literally God's angels. One of God's many angels. But yeah, this is painful, and it's bad, but thankfully I've had my family to help me through this. And work's been amazing. They know that I can't work right now. My brother has been amazing, bless his heart. He's been amazing. He's been checking on me, helped me get my heating pad and all that. And I can't move, but I try to move anyways. Because, it's me and I fight through pain. That's just who I am. That's probably never gonna change. But granted, if I do ever get married someday, and I do have days like this, I'm gonna love having, saying husband, hey babe, can you help me, get out of bed, can you bring this to me, so I don't have to get up, but even though I don't, mind getting up and doing my own things, but, anyway, I'll be fine in the morning. I soaked in a hot bath. I've been having a heating pad on my SI for a long time. I'm going to try ice. I've been using ibuprofen. I'm going to try using peppermint on it. I haven't done that yet. Try that. And, I haven't been, I've been sleeping with a pillow between my legs. Between my knees. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Do my exercises, but not that much because it's hurting now. And I'm like, oh dang. Leave it to me to do exercising correctly. Leave it to me. I've done it before, so leave it to me. I don't know. But regardless, I'm going to drink some hot cocoa. Well, it's technically morning now, so... Oh, this hurts. Okay, let's see. What else is happening? So my middle schoolers at the Dream Center campus with Compel Church in Mississippi, DC. Yeah, y'all know who y'all are. DC. I love my students at DC. Being a youth leader is, I promise y'all, the best thing. If y'all have a spiritual gift that God has given y'all, if y'all have a gift in any way, shape, or form, then use it, because God can take it away. So y'all better use it, because he gave it to y'all, specifically to y'all, each of y'all, for a reason, because y'all have a unique purpose, and y'all are going to change this world, make a difference, and change people's lives. and bless so many people, and y'all in turn will be blessed in so many ways yourselves. So use it, because blessing others and using y'all's gifts is the best thing. Oh my gosh, it's the best thing. Especially if you're going through a tough time. Especially when you're going through a tough time, it's the best thing to lift your spirits. It's another way that God lets us know that He's still there for us, that He still cares for us, to give us these opportunities. You know, that He's still working on us. He's still working through us, you know. So, it's amazing. It's honestly incredible. But yeah, we have this middle school retreat coming up, and it's at the Grove in Cordova, Tennessee, at Red Oak Lake, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Going with that. But see, the thing is, I have always wanted to go back, because long ago, when I was a teenager and my sister and cousin were in middle school, and they're 19 now. When they were in middle school, we went there for our church. My mom's dad used to be a Southern Baptist preacher, so his church at the time. Yeah, I know, occupational hazard. But his church at the time, we went to the Grove, and it was the most fun. It was the most fun church camp ever. If y'all haven't been, if y'all have a youth, if y'all are a part of a youth group, or are a youth pastor yourselves, or a children's minister or something, please look into this camp. It is the most fun you will ever have. There's paddle boats, there's slides, the chapel is amazing. It changed my life forever. It changed my life forever. It really did. The whole camp experience it did. Now I get to go with my middle schoolers, which is gonna be incredible. It's like a full circle. It's like yet another full circle moment God has let me be a part of. So it will be amazing. I hope and pray all of them will be able to go. But it'll be in God's will, of course. I want God's will, but I know that a lot of them could really, really use this. But yeah, being a youth leader is amazing. It lets me use my spiritual gifts that God has given me. So it's amazing. It's incredible teaching these kids and leading them. It's incredible. So anyway, that's fun. And then let me see what else. Spoilers are ahead. So spoilers are ahead for any Karen Kingsbury fans, especially of her new book, Forgiving Paris, which y'all, we have been waiting for this ever since she announced it. Like, we've been waiting for this, y'all. Y'all know this. So if spoilers are ahead, if y'all haven't read any part of this book, granted, I'm on chapter, what again? 15. Chapter 15. And I breeze through these books, but I'm kind of like, I want to breeze through it, but then I don't. Y'all know, y'all bookworms. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, this book is crazy. Yeah, this book is awesome though. I love this book of hers. Like, I've cried so much in this book. But like, we thought this story of like Ashley Baxter, in the second book of the Redemption series, second book we talk about Ashley and Landon, their story and all that, and then what happened in Paris. And then I get to this book and I'm like, wait, what? Because there's a line, I don't remember what it said verbatim without looking it up right now, and my back's like, no. So, but she's like, that time Paris when I almost died. I'm like, something like that, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, she talking about like the shame and all that from, her mistakes and all that, which led her to Cole, and Cole's awesome. He is awesome. But I thought she was talking about that, but then lo and behold, John Clare, Paul, whatever, that artist dude, I don't know, take his name with a grain of salt, I don't know, but, because he was a womanizer, and, he answered to, Satan's noise got in him, greed, pride, ego, jealousy, all those rooted in there, lies, all those. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but he's a charmer. That's what they do. They charm, they manipulate, they're narcissistic at times, that's what they do. So, anyway, turns out that he, had one of it, he had, like, hitmen or whatever that were in charge of, like, killing Ashley Baxter if she didn't terminate, the pregnancy or whatever. So I'm like, dang. I'm like, dude, how often are you getting around? Like, dude, like, how much mattress dancing are you doing in the sin wagon? Like, seriously. Shout out to Dixie Chicks for that one. But, seriously though, honestly, I mean, So, I don't know, but anyway, so one of these dudes, like 20 years later, is like, ooh, there's Ashley Baxter Blake. She's back in Paris for her, like, for her first art gallery, And he's like, no matter if my boss is dead, I will finish the job. I'm like, your partner died 20 years ago. He was killed. Like, and you're still going to finish this job while your boss is dead. There's no reason for you to. So anyway, he has, like, the exact location, the exact door, exact time she's going to be there. I'm like, oh my gosh, as if she hasn't been through enough. As if the Baxter family hadn't been through enough. We're going to add this. And let me just say, Ashley and Landon, I love them. I have always loved them. Like, Landon Blake is, like, my favorite fictional, like, husband. He is, because he is so godly and he's so patient. He's so, like, caring. And, I mean, he fine, too. That, too. He fine. I mean, but he's just, and he's funny. And he's a great father. I mean, come on. How much, I mean, he stepped up for Cole and Ashley both when he didn't have to. So, it was just incredible and inspiring for me. And that's another story for another time that hopefully I get to tell Karen Kingsbury in person. But if not, this video and so many other videos will do. Because her books have not only have changed so many of her fans' lives, but they have changed mine as well. I mean, I've emailed her. I've been given a shout out in her book and 2 of her books, which is a huge honor. Thank you for that, because your books have been a godsend. You as an author. I mean, God knew that you had to be an author. Not only because it was your passion, but because it would help so many lives and save so many people's lives. I mean, your books have saved me more times than I can count. But this book, I was at a doctor's office today. I had a doctor's appointment today with my brother and my mom. And, I do this thing like all bookworms do. Like, when you get to a point in the book and you're, like, mind blown. But then you're like, wait, no. So, that happened, but then we thought we knew everything. But, oh my gosh, so that happened. Like, oh, this is not good. And you have to, like, close your book a little bit and just, like, be like, oh. I have to breathe a little bit because of something your, like, character just did. Something that just happened. And that's how I've been feeling with this book. So far. And so far, I'm like, I thought we knew everything from Paris, but then apparently not. But now, in this book right now, where I'm at, Cole and his grandpa are coming to surprise Ashley. And Ashley just met Jesse, Carrie's oldest, and Jesse's boyfriend, who I love Jesse's boyfriend. Like, they were on that ropes course, right? They're on that ropes course. But then he's like, she's like, well, what if I fall? He's like, nah, baby. You won't fall. Like, I've got you. And he looked at, when she looked in his eyes, they were, filled with so much, filled with the Holy Spirit, filled with just God's love and comfort. And just his passion for her. And, this love for her that transcends anything. That every one of us, pray for that love, that God has shown us. That same love, to be loved, And we all tend to accept the love we think we deserve. And that's another video for another time. Trust me, I have a lot of wisdom to instill on you. I have a lot of wisdom that God has given me. Trust me, I'll have no idea. More to come, trust me. So, back to the story. He's like, babe, the harness is just there for precaution as backup. Well, yeah, he said backup, yeah. Yeah, harness is there just for backup. I will catch you. And she's like, what? How I think we all would be. I know I would be. I love you, babe. I want to believe you, and I do. But then, words are one thing. Especially when you've been through an abusive situation, abusive relationship, Words are one thing, but if your actions don't show it, it's empty. It's empty all the way around. Everything's empty from then on from that person. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And, words are one thing, but if your actions don't show up, don't match that every time, then it's just empty. And if that happens for so long, then you start to question when people compliment you. Especially if, like say if you were in a romantic abusive relationship, or if you were even like in a maybe a parental sort of thing. I don't know, or whatever it may be, whatever it may be. Then, anyone who gives you any, especially if it's a parent or it's a potential romantic relationship, like for me, this guy, well, I don't have feelings for him anymore, but these guys I've had in my past who I've tended to, have feelings for, I still question their motives, even after they say all these sweet things, I still question their motives, because I try to see the good in everyone just like Jesus does. He's given me that, and my grandma has the same trait. She does. But I try to do that. But even with when my mom and dad first married, he's technically my stepdad, but I just call him my dad in every sense of the word, because he is in every way. But I questioned him for a long time. Maybe not to his face, but I questioned him on my mind. I'm like, when are you going to leave? You say all these things and you do all these nice things, but when are you going to leave? You know what I mean? I'm not even your blood. And you're, treating me like royalty. When are you going to leave? When is this, gig up for you? You know what I mean? But then it didn't happen. The Lord was using him in a lot of ways in my life, through my life, but also to show me that not only that he is still in control, that he makes beauty from the ashes, no matter how long it takes, but that there are still good men in this world. Good men who will love you, who will cherish you, who will lift you up, who will not bring you down, at least not on purpose, because we're all human. We all say things we don't mean. We've all done that. We've all hurt the ones we've loved, but we apologize and we learn from our mistakes. And those who don't are irregular people in your life, especially if it's a pattern, because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and that's abusive mindset. That's what it is. But anyway, Karen Kingsbury, I love her books. If y'all have not checked out her books, if y'all really, really, really want to get invested in her books, read the Redemption series. If you want to go all the way back and you want to go read all of her books in order and really get a backstory on the whole Baxter family, and y'all don't want to be confused or whatever, because that's the worst thing. No matter if it's in TV, movies, or books, that's the worst thing, when y'all are confused and y'all have to go back, because it takes you away from this story, that you're currently on. So, whatever it is, Redemption series, that's the best series. And Redemption series, the first book saved my life and helped me through a lot of my anger, because it just did. That's another story, because this video is already going to be kind of long. But I hope all y'all are having a great day. Prayers for me, if y'all don't mind. Prayers for I'm praying for all of y'all. I'm praying for my students currently, like I have been, because I couldn't go to church last night because of this. But in this season, I will not let this get me down, but I will. But yeah, it's not fun. As I step, if y'all ever have as I step, I feel for y'all. I really do feel for y'all. I feel for y'all. So, but anyway, y'all enjoy this winter season. As in the southern weather, it's weird, so I don't know how, the weather's weird. So, those of you outside, those of you who have asthma, I'm feeling for y'all, trust me. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all get to enjoy this weather a little bit. Get outside if y'all can. Go play, bundle up if y'all can. Don't stay out there long, or don't go out there long. Have a movie marathon like my brother and I last night. We binged Christmas movies. We watched Prep and Landing, which I love. That's a movie. It's one of my many childhood movies, childhood favorites. So it's amazing. But we just did that, and he drank hot cocoa. I would have, but I ate soup. That's about all. And I stayed hydrated. So y'all just stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay positive. God is with y'all. Don't be don't be discouraged in everything. Be courageous, be strong, because God's got y'all. Don't be worried. God's got y'all. God's got y'all. Take care. Bye. Peace.